nearlydanish.com.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's get ready to rumble!
All right, we're doing a mock test today. And it's like the actual test, but with simulated questions. All right, so before we start, for the people that are here for the first time, there's a guy here that was asking super basic questions. You can find answers to a whole bunch of those questions on YouTube. So these sessions are recorded and published on YouTube. 1 second. Anyways, yeah. So if you have any questions and you need to catch up or you missed some of these sessions, have a look on YouTube. Nearly Danish TV. And you can find everything there. Moving on. Question 1. All right, so let's see. 12 people got this wrong. Yes, so actually someone asked about this. So for a government to be formed, the government must not have a majority against it in parliament. So this is the parliamentary principle. Not much else to talk about here. Moving on to the next one. Yes, so the Folketing Ombudsman, so how many people got this wrong? 12 people got this wrong. The Ombudsman is kind of like a watchdog on the side of the public, and it stands in between the public and the public authorities and makes sure that in the case handling, there is no negligence or errors. And the Folketing actually appoints the Ombudsman. This is a frequently asked question. And this is one that people fail frequently, actually. Well, it's not so bad today. Only 12 people got this wrong. Now you know what you don't know for the 12 people that got this wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
Next one. All right, so 77 is the highest climb up 10 places.
Great job!
Next one. Frequently asked question as well. Round of applause. All right, so you guys are beginning to get the hang of this already. So we've seen this question a whole bunch of times, and only one person got this wrong. For that person that got this wrong, now you know what you don't know. For the people that have only been here a few times, the strategy that we follow here is it's an iterative process, okay? You figure out what you don't know, and you plug that knowledge gap. And through this process, you're going to end up with the answers to thousands of questions, and they're going to be in your head. And when you go into the test, you're going to answer, basically, you're going to see questions that you've seen before and questions that you haven't seen before that you know the answers to. And that's how you pass the test. On to the next one. All right, so Rayzan is holding that #1 spot. Jimmy is the highest climber, up 3 places.
Excellent.
This is a mock test, so this is actually following the pattern of a real test. So let's see how you guys are gonna do. Next one. We spoke about this before. So this is a potential new question. All right, so Nina Bang was the first female minister. She was appointed in 1924 by Torvald Stauning. She was a social democrat as well. And so Nina Bang is frequently asked about, but they've never asked about what ministry she was the minister for. And she was Undervisningsminister, so education minister. 14 people got this wrong. I mentioned this in, I think, one of our previous Kahoots, but anyways.
Now you know what you don't know.
Next one, fill the knowledge gap. All right, so Raisin dropped all the way to number 5, Kirby at number 9. What? No, sorry. Kirby 9 at number 1, Titan at number 2, SA at number 3, NF 4, and Raisin 5. 5 players reached an answer streak of 3.
Great job.
Next one. Frequently asked question as well. You've seen this before if you've been practicing. All right, only 5 people got this wrong. Round of applause to the people that got this right. So during the Second World War, a majority of the Danish Jews were evacuated to Sweden, and they were put in boats and carried over to Sweden, where carried over to Sweden, where they were saved. 1 second, someone said something interesting. Let me see. So randomize all the answers. Nah, that's not the case. Okay, Olga, that's not the case. Please do not follow those types of patterns. Read. Okay, I'll say this. Read the question slowly. Go ahead and read the answers, right? And then you answer. Okay. Don't try and see whether the pattern is blue or the pattern is red or the pattern is yellow or anything like that. The exam is actually pen and paper. So there's no blue, red, or green or anything like that. It's just a white paper with black ink on it. So the point of this is, I know you can play the game and try and game the system, but it's actually to learn and read the question slowly, read the answer slowly, and then you go ahead and answer. All right, on to the next one. Okay, so Lee has the highest answer streak of 5, so that's a perfect score.
Perfect score.
Titan is at number 1, SA number 2, Anna number 3, TR number 4, and Kirby 9 fell all the way from number 1 to number 5. We have 40 questions to go. All right, so it was up until 1953 that Greenland was a Danish colony. Coincidentally, this was also the same year that Grundloven was changed to allow a female to inherit the throne. So 1953 was a year where a few things happened. Keep that in mind. 11 people got this wrong. Now you know what you don't know. You guys are doing pretty good, actually. Round of applause. Static top 5.
Static top 5.
25 players reached an answer streak of 6.
Excellent.
Okay, next one. This is a new question. Let's see how you guys do. All right. Hopefully it's not the same people that keep getting this wrong. He was prime minister 2 periods, 2009 to 2011. 2011 was the year that Helle Thorning-Schmidt was elected. She was the first female prime minister. And then he took over from 2015 to 2019 when Mette Frederiksen was elected. So 8 people got this wrong. 50 people got this right. Round of applause to the 50 people. For the 8 people that got it wrong, now you know what you don't know.
Now you know what you don't know.
3 in a row. Lani is back in the game and she's on fire.
She's on fire.
Next one.
Uh-oh.
Let's see how you guys do on this. This is a new question. All right, so this is a brand new question. This is an example of a question that could show up. This is a question from the book. Basically, all the questions are from the book, okay? I can see that quite more than half of you got this wrong. Means you haven't been reading the book and you haven't been doing the quizzes on the website, okay? So this is I guess it's a teaching opportunity. Now, I've shown this before, okay? So for the people that are coming from Meetup, we do have a Facebook group. It's called Danish Citizenship Test. And if you go there and go to on the discussion tab and look at the featured, so you will see this thing. If you scroll all the way down, I guess I should put it closer to the front. And it says the secret sauce to passing the test is this: get familiar with the questions. Make sure you go through all the quizzes more than once until you're consistently scoring 80% and above. Then rinse and repeat. Reading the book becomes easier as you go through the quizzes and vice versa. In the end, you'll be surprised that you know more about Denmark than your whole country. What quizzes am I talking about? Here, nearlydanish.com, okay? Click on that, and you will see, it says, which test are you taking? InfoSats, porn, Melbo escapes porn. Quizzes, the book. Quizzes, the book. Click on quizzes. These are the quizzes I'm talking about. Do every single one of these quizzes, okay? Now, previous exams, frequently asked questions, Danish values. Chapter 1 up till chapter 6, current affairs and mock tests. So we're actually doing this mock test today, okay? Each chapter has sections and subsections. These quizzes cover every single section and subsection. And the book was updated. A big section was added to the Capital 6, which is chapter 6. Under the theme of Denmark's attractions. And I have gone through that section and created over 100 questions, 100 new questions. You can find them here, okay? So this is the intro. This is focusing on Skane and Jylland. La-di-da-di-da-di-da. There's quite a number of new quizzes, right? And I will be adding about 2 to 3 more quizzes because I haven't finished this section yet. So these are the quizzes I'm talking about, okay? If you can go through every single one of these quizzes, I've broken it down so that you're not overwhelmed. So for instance, this quiz only has 8 questions. So if you fail a question, you do this quiz again until you get 100%, and then you move on to the next one. At the end of every quiz, there's a next button. If you do this diligently over and over and over and over again, you're going to pass the test, okay? And for the people that have been showing up here, sorry if I sound like a broken record, but I have to sound like a broken record. All right. So for the people that got this wrong, now you know what you don't know. We're moving on to the next question. Okay, so it's a static top 5.
Static top 5.
Raisin is back in the game with 3 in a row and he's on fire.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Next one. You've seen this before. Frequently asked question. All right, round of applause. You know, I'm really happy this is happening because I'm actually beginning to see the improvements. This question has shown up, I think, 2 or 3 times in the practice sessions that we've had. And I can see, like, this is 98% of people got this right. Only 2 people got this wrong. But the 2 people that got this wrong, I guess, I mean, you're going to hear me say frequently asked question. It means literally that. It's a frequently asked question, meaning that it shows up in multiple exams and has a higher probability of showing up in the next one. Okay? Why is that? Because Danish history is frozen in time. And there are key things about Danish history that the Danish government would like you to know. And this is the reason why these questions show up over and over again. All right, on to the next one. Titan is at number 1. APP has the highest answer streak of 9. I'm not sure if it's a guy or a girl, so you get a round of applause. All right, so Maya, please do not write the answer in the chat. If you do that again, I would have to kick you out, okay? Please don't do that. Okay, so we have 53,000 people in Faroe Islands. I'm not sure if this is a free, no, this is a new question. How many people got this wrong? 11 people got this wrong. Well, now you know what you don't know. Next one. Anna back at number 1. Luca is the highest climber, up 5 places.
Excellent.
Great job.
Next one. This is a new question. All right, so Denmark is on average 34 meters above sea level. Only 16 people got this wrong. Now you know what you don't know. Static top 5.
Static top 5.
PJ is making a comeback with 3 in a row.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Next one. This is a new question. All right, so one thing I'll point out, so a lot of the new questions usually come from chapter 5, which talks about basically Danish culture, literature, music, performing arts, movies, so on and so forth. So make sure that you go through that chapter. So you go through the quizzes and also read that part of the book thoroughly, because new questions usually come from there. Okay, and this is an example of a new question that came from there, and I can see this is a major weak spot for the people in this session. Okay, so at least now you know what you don't know, and you know to have a look at that session. Round of applause for the 28 people that got this right. You've been doing the work. All right, so this is a static top 5.
Static top 5.
8 players have hit an answer streak of 4.
Great job.
On to the next one. Okay, so in the ministries, the ministers are appointed by the prime minister. However, within the ministries, you have civil servants, okay? So those people are not appointed, they are employed based on their qualifications. This is a semi-frequently asked question, so it has shown up before in a previous test. Only 15 people got this wrong. Well,
Now you know what you don't know.
okay, you're gonna hear me say that over and over again. The point of these Kahoots is so you understand and pinpoint your knowledge gaps. When we're done with the Kahoot, you go and plug that knowledge gap and then you come back again. So it's an iterative process, okay? And as we plug up your knowledge gaps, you're going to know the answers to more and more and more of these questions. By the time you get to the exam, you're going to have the answers to like over 1,000 questions in your head. You go into that test and you'll be done in 5 to 10 minutes, okay? Don't take my word for it. You'll see if you go through this process. On to the next one. All right, so Anna is holding on to number 1, Titan at number 2, SA number 3, Kirby 9, 4, TR 5. These are the usual suspects, I guess. Tanker is not here today. 9 players have hit an answer streak of 13. That's a perfect score.
Perfect score.
And that's because the first slide was the YouTube thing. Round of applause to you guys. Second or third most frequently asked question. Everyone should know this. Hopefully. All right, round of applause. Okay, so Frederick VII signed Denmark's first constitution in 1849. It's called Grundlov. Okay, for the 5 people that got this wrong, now you know what you don't know. This is a question that you definitely need to know the answer to because you're most likely going to see it on the test in November. By the way, we have exactly 80 days to the test. So just over 2 months, okay? We are slowly running out of time. Don't do a lastminute.com thing and try to panic study 2 weeks to the test. Put in the work now and you'll be happy when the test comes. All right, moving on to the next one. All right, 77 has the highest answer streak of 14.
Perfect score.
And he or she's on fire.
Oh my! He's on fire!
All right, it's a static top 5.
Static top 5.
Moving on to the next one. Okay, so this is a new question. Okay, so usually they ask who designed the Opera House in Sydney. They rarely ask when did he design it. And you can see this is a weak spot for a lot of people because you've never seen this before. For the 18 people that got this right, either you guessed it or you've been doing the work, putting in the work with the quizzes. I guess I've shown you this before, but let me show you this again. Okay, so on the quizzes, you will see some of the questions labeled with potential new question. Okay, so what does this mean? This means that it's a question that has never shown up in a test before and could show up in the test. Okay, now you'll also see some of the questions labeled as shucks, let me see if I can find one. Maybe here. Okay. Some of them are marked with has appeared in 10 exams or 3 exams or whatever, right? Let me see, maybe we'll find it on this one. Okay, whatever. But you'll see it says appeared in 3 tests. That's a frequently asked question, Okay, moving on to the next one. For the 18 people that got this wrong, sorry, for the 38 people that got this wrong, now you know what you don't know. Next one. Okay, so Lee is back with an answer streak of 3. PJ, all the information is in the book. Okay, so have a look in the book. This is a brand new question. So if you haven't read the book or done the quizzes, you're gonna fail this. Okay, I'm actually quite surprised. Round of applause. Only 18 people got this wrong. Well, now you know what you don't know. Moving on to the next one. Kirby back at the podium. Victoria is the highest climber, up 4 places.
Excellent.
Next one. We've talked about this a bunch of times. This is a frequently asked question. Okay, so in 1733, this law was put into power by the king, and the law basically tried to limit the movement of the peasants. And this was because the nobles wanted to secure free labor, or at least cheap labor. It lasted for 50 years and then it was removed. There is a structure close to Copenhagen Central Station that commemorates when this law was abolished. 19 people got this wrong. Now you know what you don't know. On to the next one. All right. 3 players lost the answer streak of 8. Sorry, guys. Okay, so for the people that are not doing too well in this test, do not feel bad, okay? This is not supposed to make you feel bad. That's not what the intention of this is. This is just to show you what you don't know so that you can go and plug your knowledge gaps and then come back. And you're going to hear me say this over and over again. I will sound like a broken record, and I'm sorry about that, but it's necessary. Okay, next one. You've seen this before. Okay, so 18 people got this wrong. Dansk Folkeparti was created in 1995 and was elected into parliament for the first time in 1998. Well, now you know what you don't know for the people that got that wrong. SA now on the podium. Kirby 9 fell off. Deeps is back with an answer streak of 3, and she's on fire.
She's on fire.
Next one.
Uh-oh.
Let's see how many of you get this right. Okay. Gabriel Axel was the first Danish, I think, director that won an Oscar. Can't remember exactly when. 22 people got this wrong. Now you know what you don't know. This is from chapter 5, okay? So remember what I said. A lot of the new questions come from that chapter. So make sure you study that chapter thoroughly and do all the quizzes. Next one. All right. 5 players lost the answer streak of 3. Sorry, guys. So probably the new available for that. Okay, so sustainable development. The law was adopted in September 2015. This is a brand new question. Never been asked before. Could be asked in the next test, who knows? You guys didn't do too bad. Only 19 people got this wrong. Now you know what you don't know. All right, so Titan overtook SA, even if SA is on fire. SA has 20 correct answers in a row. That's a perfect score.
Perfect score.
And I don't know if it's a guy or a girl. I'm guessing it's a guy.
Oh my! He's on fire!
All right, next one. We have 25 questions left. All right, so responsibilities of the state, the region, and the commune. This is about the region. So let's see how you guys do on this. All right, round of applause. Only 4 people got this wrong. So the region is responsible for the hospitals and your health insurance. And if you want to know what region is responsible for your health insurance, pull out your yellow card and look at the top. Wait, let me pull out mine so I can have a look. It's the top left corner to find out what region is responsible for your health insurance. Okay, 3 in a row. SAJ is back in the game and he is on fire.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Was this a static top 5? No, SA is now at number 2. Next one. This is a new question. Okay, so 6 people got this wrong. Okay, this is impressive. Round of applause. Okay, 6 people got this wrong. Now I know what you don't know. For the 6 people, Kirby jumped 2 spots. Wow.
Wow!
Lani is making a comeback with 3 in a row, and she's on fire.
She's on fire!
Okay, we have 23 questions left. Okay, so Tycho Brahe was, by the way, this is a frequently asked question. Tycho Brahe was an astronomer, and he discovered the constellation called Cassiopeia. How many people got this wrong? 16 people got this wrong. Now you know what you don't know. Next one. Static top 5.
Static top 5.
Sonia is back in the game 3 in a row, and she's on fire.
She's on fire!
Next one. So the Social Democrats held the prime minister post the most from 1929 to 1982. This is a new question, never been asked before. 17 people got this wrong. I'm actually surprised that a lot more people got this right. Round of applause. Okay, so Kirby fell 2 spots again. Simon is making a comeback with 3 in a row. And
oh my! He's on fire!
all right. We have Titan now on the podium at number 3, TR at number 4. Anna holding that number 1 spot. This is a new question. Or is it? Yeah, I think it is. Okay, round of applause. Okay, so it isn't a new question. So, okay, not bad. Only 7 people got this wrong. Next one. Titan is on fire. 25 correct answers in a row.
Perfect score.
Oh my! He's on fire!
New question. Also chapter 5. Okay, so 26 people got this wrong. The name of the song was Only Teardrops. It was sang by, I've forgotten that girl's name. This is chapter 5. All the information is in the book, so have a look there for the 26 people who got this wrong. Moving on to the next one. 3 players reached an answer streak of 26. Wow.
Wow!
Okay,
Excellent.
next one. Yes, everyone should know this. Hopefully. We're past the halfway point now. So it's Queen Margaret II. Okay, so 3 people got this wrong. Now you know what you don't know. Next one, static top 5.
Static top 5.
Grand Coupe is back with an answer streak of 3 and he's on fire.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Excellent.
Next one. We talked about this before. This is a frequently asked question. All right, round of applause. We talked about this before. So power is split in 3 ways: the executive power, judiciary power, and legislative power. Okay, the legislative power is shared with the government and the parliament, and that's what this question is about. Next one, static top 5.
Static top 5.
Davis is back with an answer streak of 3.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Next one. We've seen this as well. FAQ, frequently asked question. All right, so the question is there a limit to the number of times you can be voted back into parliament? And the answer is no. 6 people got this wrong. This is a frequently asked question. You need to know the answer to this question, okay? Next one, static top 5 again.
Static top 5.
Mercy is back with an answer streak of 3 and she's on fire.
She's on fire!
All right, we've got 16 questions to go. We are getting closer and closer to current affairs. Okay, so Denmark exports the most to the US, and that's in the form of pharmaceuticals. There is a section in the book, can't remember what chapter this is, but there's a list of countries that Denmark trades the most with, and also countries that Denmark imports the most from. Someone said, I think it's Germany. I put this in deliberately just to actually highlight the point that it's total exports. But I might be wrong, so check that. All right, moving on to the next one. 5 players just hit an answer streak of 4.
Excellent.
Next one. So the Nordisk Råd takes care of the cooperation between the parliaments of the Nordic countries. 7 people got this wrong. Now you know what you don't know. This question has shown up before, I think. Static top 5.
Static top 5.
Grant Coop is making a comeback with 3 in a row. This is the second time I've seen your name.
Excellent.
Good work. We are coming closer and closer to current affairs. All right, so it seems like I'm right. So the USA is the one that Denmark exports the most to, whereas Germany is import plus export. So thanks DRS for pointing that out. So I was right. Okay, 18 people got this wrong. What's the question? Okay, so yes, so Denmark had reservations for its defense policy. Reservations with the EU for its defense policy, but there was a Folkeafstemning, so what's it called? Referendum held in June of last year, and those reservations were scrapped. And this is because of the war in Ukraine. 18 people got this wrong. Now you know what you don't know. Next one. Static top 5.
Static top 5.
Who is Anna? I've actually, is this the first time I see your name at number 1 like this? You've held this number 1 spot from question 2, I think. Round of applause to you. All right, so RRR is making a comeback with 3 in a row.
Excellent.
All right, so we've got 13 questions to go. I've seen this before, it's just asked in a different way. Yes, so Kalmar Union was between Denmark, Norway, and Sweden from 1397. Sometime in the 1500s, Sweden left, and it was just Norway and Denmark up until 1817 or 14, can't remember exactly. This question shows up a lot, so this is an FAQ. You need to know the answer to this. 17 people got this wrong, so now you know what you don't know. Plug that knowledge gap. Yes, 1814. Thanks, Natalie. Oh, Nyla. Sorry. Thanks, Nyla. Okay. Lilia is back in the game with 3 in a row, and she's on fire.
She's on fire.
We have a static top 5.
Static top 5.
Anna is still holding number 1. SA2, TR3, Kirby, 9, 4, Titan, 5. So the usual suspects. Next one. Okay, so Denmark had some colonies in India and Ghana. And those colonies were sold to Great Britain in the 1800s. This is a new question, or is it? Anyways, yeah. How many people got this wrong? 15 people got this wrong. Now you know what you don't know. Static top 5 again. SK is back on an answer streak of 3.
Excellent.
I think this is the last history question. This is a frequently asked question as well. All right, round of applause. Okay, so yeah, only 2 people got this wrong. This is a frequently asked question, so you need to know the answer to this. So after this, go and plug the knowledge gap, read up on that part of the book that talks about this. We're moving to current affairs, I think. So these are actual current affairs. So things that have happened in the last 6 months. Let's go. At the moment, we have Anna, SATR, Kirby, 9, Titan. 4 players just hit an answer streak of 4.
Great job.
You have a static top 5.
Static top 5.
Anna is leading by almost 300 points. So if she makes a mistake, she's going to fall out of that top 5. All right, current affairs. Let's see. So the current affairs questions follow themes. Let's see how you guys doing this, and I'll talk about this. Okay, so the theme of this is the government. So what's the government? The government is the prime minister and his or her ministers. Jakob Ellemann-Jensen was is the vice stats minister, and he was also defense minister, but he switched his post to economy minister, and Troels Lund Poulsen is now the new defense minister. This is current affairs. This happened in the last month, I think, last couple months. 30 people got this wrong. Don't feel bad if you don't do well in current affairs right now, because all of this is brand new. And you wouldn't know this unless you were paying attention to the news. I will be creating a quiz with the information. Actually, let me show you guys. So on the Facebook group, if you look under featured and scroll past the new books, you will see this post where I said, where can we find latest current affairs from last 6 months in the comments? So I'm posting a whole bunch of stuff here, right? Please contribute to this list if you find anything that you think is relevant. Just post it there. I will be creating a quiz from all of these. Okay, and there's only 5 current affairs questions. So hopefully at least, we'll hit at least 5 of them from, I think right now there's like, how many comments? 123. So hopefully we hit, okay? The theme of this is the government. We're moving on to the next one. Okay, so Anna made a mistake. SA is on fire. So SA has a perfect score.
Perfect score.
SA is number 1. SA is on fire. So SA gets an explosion. All right. Keep up the good work.
Great job.
All right, moving on to the next one. We all know this. Hopefully. All right, it's Jonas Vingegaard. He won Tour de France second time in a row. He won it last year, and he's also won it again this year. Only 2 people got this wrong. Round of applause. Oh, wow. Anna is back at the top. Wow! APP has the highest answer streak of 22.
Excellent.
All right, next one. Okay, so the theme of this is political parties and their leaders. So the previous question, the theme was government. Theme of this is political parties and their leaders. Now, where can you find this information? Okay, nearlydanish.com, click there. If you go scroll down, click on current affairs, you'll see that there is a quiz for the government and there is a quiz for political parties and their leaders. So please do these quizzes. There's going to be more quizzes showing up here, at least 2 or 3 more that are going to be covering the information found here. Okay? All right. So for the people that are not getting this right, at least now you know where to get that information from. Moving on to the next one. Okay, so nobody got points. Wow. Okay, static top 5.
Static top 5.
Rezan is the highest climber, up 3 places.
Great job.
We've got 7 questions to go. All right. So the theme of this is official state visits. So whenever the prime minister visits, whenever the prime minister, who's the head of the government, or the queen, who is the head of state, visits some foreign land, that's relevant. Also, whenever some other head of state, so either a prime minister or a president, visits Denmark, that's also relevant, and that's the theme of this. So Zelensky was in Denmark, I think, was it 2 to 3 weeks ago, can't remember exactly. And I kind of think this is going to show up, but let's see. Only 7 people got this wrong. Now you know what you don't know. Next one. All right, Anna is holding on to number 1. Bit of a reshuffle. Kirby's now number 3. APP made it into the top 5.
Excellent.
At the last minute. All right, 5 players just hit an answer streak of 3.
Great job.
We got 6 questions to go. This is the last current affairs question. Okay, so Andreas Mogensen, he's an astronaut, a Danish astronaut that took his second trip into space in August. I think this is a week ago, a couple of weeks ago. The theme of this is Danish people making history. So it could either be in sports, in science, or in things like this. He's an astronaut. All right, 25 people got this wrong, so almost half of you. Like I said, you can find that information on that post on Facebook, and I will be making quizzes about this. All right, so we're moving to Danish values questions. We have static top 5. This was a combo breaker. 4 players lost their answer streak of 3. Sorry, guys. Next one. Danish values questions are always yes or no. And they're pretty common sense too. So of course it's forbidden to beat your children in Denmark. Some people got this wrong. Now you know what you don't know. By the way, you have to score at least 4 out of 5 Danish values questions correct, or else you fail the test. So it doesn't matter if you get 100% in history, 100% in current affairs, and then you get 3 out of 5 in Danish values. If that happens, you fail the test. You have to get at least 4 out of those 5 questions correct. All right, moving on to the next one. TR is back. Grant Coop is back with an answer streak of 3.
Great job.
Next one. All right, round of applause. Okay, so there will be a whole session dedicated to Danish values. So I'm not going to go into too much detail explaining the thinking behind these questions now. I'll do that later. Static top 5.
Static top 5.
4 players have reached the answer streak of 3.
Excellent.
Next one. All right. 13 people got this wrong. So there is protection in the law against discrimination based on your gender. All right, last one. Is it? No. There's 2 more. Okay, Anna, Titan, Kirby 9, SATR, 4 players hit an answer streak of 4. All right, so someone is asking what's the structure in the exam. So yes, the first 35 questions are history questions. Then the first 5 questions after the history questions are current affairs, and the rest are Danish values. So it's exactly as this structure is. So the structure in this Kahoot is the same structure in the exam, okay? Yeah, next one. Static top 5, 15 players reach an answer streak of 4.
Excellent.
All right, Mercy, don't worry. This is just to show your weak spots. And like I said before, I am currently writing some code to make it possible for you to keep track of your weak spots. Okay. Give me some time, maybe a week or 2. I'll have that ready. And there will also be a leaderboard. So we're gonna have there's gonna be a chart basically, and based on points. So you can see that's just for fun. It doesn't really matter. It's just for fun. So people can see, like the best players, the most improved players, the players with the quickest response speed, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. All right. Static top 5. We're going to the last question. What time did they start today? We started at 8 o'clock. We start at 8 o'clock all the time. Actually, let's get past this. All right, 50 people got this wrong, 5 people got this. No, 50 people got this right, 5 people got this wrong. I'm a bit tired, sorry. What I'm going to show you guys after the podium is actually what I'm going to develop and make it possible for everyone to see. Right now, only I can see the stuff. But once I'm done writing the code to expose that information to you guys, you'll also be able to see it. And that's why I say always use the same name in the Kahoots, because that's the only way I'm able to actually keep track of your progress. All right, this is the last one. Kirby 9 on the podium. Titan, number 2, and Anna at number 1, I think. And I would like to get some feedback. SA and TR number 4, 5. Let me see if this.
NearlyDanish.com.